Hey everybody, it's Leah Ruppel here from Straight Up Coaching, and I'm going to show you some upper body exercises today. So if you have weights at home and you just need to know what to do to strengthen the parts of your upper body, then I'll just give you a few exercises that you can use depending on what your weights are. You're gonna have to have enough resistance that you can do somewhere between 12 to 15 repetitions. If it's really light, you're gonna have to go to 20, and then it sometimes doesn't even do much for the muscle. You're moving it, but you're not really strengthening it. So you have to increase the demand on the muscle in order to get stronger. In order to get the shape in the arms, you're gonna need to add some more weight. So there's other things you can use around the house. If you don't have weights, there are some things like start with cans of things and jugs of stuff, and eventually I've done all kinds of crazy things in people's houses. So this is a good start, but we're gonna go with the weights for now. We're gonna start off with chest, and I'm gonna give you two examples of chest. One of them is a shoulder press. So you're going to go arms straight up, out to the side. Notice I'm at a 90-degree bend here to the floor, pushing up towards the ceiling. So we are at a triangle. Out to the sides of the triangle, up to the point in the middle. Triangle, up. So don't overdo it. You don't want to go too far past the 90 degrees, and you don't want to go too fast, and you don't want to bring it around like that. You just want to go out straight lines, straight up. Now, your belly button stays strong. Don't arch your back when you're on here, which is why I recommend feet up on the bench, not on the ground. Now, the next one is a fly. So the first one is a chest press, this one is a fly. Starting at the top, taking your arms out to the side, you can have a slight bend in the elbows, lift right into the middle. Have the elbows coming towards each other, out to the side, squeeze into the middle. So in between where your sternum is, you're gonna concentrate on pulling, squeezing those weights together. And you don't want to go too far because you don't want to compromise the shoulder. If you have shoulder injuries, you want to make sure that you don't do this one until you get clearance from that. Now, the other option we can do is a shoulder press. So just starting in this position, arms out to the side, pushing up. Again, we're just going to use a triangle, but I'm going to see these just above my forehead. Down to the side, straight up to the top of the head, and the weights come together. So this works shoulders. Now you might find that this is difficult because women are generally weak in the upper body area. So all of this area here, if you tend to be tight, you might find that it's starting to bother your neck. So just go with some really, really light weight, which would be fine. Now, you can do the same thing again seated. I'm doing all of these seated just to keep it easy for everybody. Arms to the side, up and down. This is a bicep curl. Now, you don't need to do a lot of bicep curls. Actually, I don't do a lot of bicep curls with clients because there's lots of other exercises where they're incorporated with other things like lat pull down and that sort of thing. So you don't have to do extra ones of bicep curl. Shoulders have to be back. Keep in mind, proper positioning is most important. Now, going back down onto the bench, you can also take your arms. This is a tricep extension. It's straight back, up towards the ceiling, bend, and straighten. So the arms stay narrow, they stay close to your head, and straighten. And that works the back of the arms. Now, if that one feels difficult to do, what you can do is use the bench and change the position that you're in, put one knee on the bench, one arm by your side, and do a kickback. So this is a single arm kickback. You bend at the elbow, 90 degrees, kick the weight back up towards the ceiling, and bend. Straighten. For all of these repetitions, it's about 2 to 3 seconds out, 2 seconds in. Just keep it moderate. You don't want to do it really fast. You don't want to be swinging because obviously the weight's too light and you're not getting a contraction the way you want to. So you want to make sure that's really tight when you bring it up. Okay, and then with a little lighter weight, I even recommend standing for this one. Shoulders back, lifting and lowering. This is the medial side of the deltoids. So your shoulder has 3 areas. So we've worked the front, we're now working the side, lifting and lowering. Make sure that the weight's not too heavy because it will bother your neck. Just like that, and down. Exhaling as you lift, slowly lowering. Now you can bend over from this position. Might want to use a little lighter weight. You're going to do a reverse fly. So you take it up like this and down. This is a bent over fly, and it works the rear deltoids and the muscles of the middle back. Now, if that's too heavy, you can even start off on a bench. If you really want to work your rotator cuffs and the rear deltoids, you can be on a bench, arms out, thumbs back, lifting and lowering from this position. And if that feels too easy, just for range of motion, you can add a 2 or 3 pound weight in there, and that's enough to make you feel it in this area. It's a very small muscle group, it doesn't get worked very often. The other one I would suggest doing is our row, and you can do this from one side. Arm down, knee up on the bench, flat, nice and back flat, and pull, almost like you're starting a lawnmower, I suppose. Lift and lower. So you'll probably need to use heavier weight on this one because it is your back. You're pulling and squeezing your shoulder blade, so predominance of back, but your arm, of course, has to lift as well. You get a nice stretch in your hamstring, making sure your belly button's nice and tight and your back is flat. So those are some basic exercises for upper body. Doesn't take long. You can start off with one set if you're beginning. Start low with your weights. Remember, 10 to 15 repetitions is an okay place to start. As it starts to get easy and you can do 5 more repetitions, definitely go up in weight. And up to 2 to 3 sets is fine depending on your purpose of exercise, and you can always email me at straightupcoaching@gmail.com. Ask questions if you have anything to do with what do I do, how much do I do, depends on your goal. So those are some exercises. I hope you enjoy those, and that's everything really from your neck to your belly button. So I hope you enjoyed that session, and I'll see you on the next workout video. It's Leah Ruppel, Straight Up Coaching.